Welcome back, everybody. Get out your writing notebooks for me. For writing today, we're going to do a little bit of brainstorming. So make sure you found your writing notebook. It's the one that we kind of, I gave you a day last Wednesday to decorate. So grab that out for me.
I did my rough draft, and then
It's hard to hear you, Christian. Type it in the chat for me, buddy. My internet's real weak. So if you're just hopping in the meeting, make sure you get your writing notebook, the one you decorated last week. If you still don't have a writing notebook yet, make sure you get to the store to grab one, but you can use a sheet of paper for today if you don't have one. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead. I see most of people are signed in and have their writing notebooks. So what we're going to do today is on the board, and let's do this. Let's go to the chat and type your first and last name, because I don't want to take attendance for the third time already today. So type your name in the chat for me, and then I'll just, like, when it downloads, I'll just print this and turn it into Dr. Emmons instead. Lazy Miss Ridgway. But yeah, I've already taken your attendance 2 times today and already turned it in. So and if you also were just coming in, we got our writing notebooks out, the ones we decorated last week, and we started writing our letter in. Get that one out and type your name in the chat for attendance for writing today. It's going to be nice when we come back. We just do one attendance, turn it in, and be done. All right. So today, this is like our breakdown of today. We're going to review the 5 steps of writing. We're going to start with pre-writing. And this week for your writing, we're keeping it relevant to your reading. You are going to pick a natural disaster, and you can pick any one that you want, one we've discussed or not discussed. And we're going to do some research with it. And we're going to just write a short paragraph about summarizing the natural disaster that you guys choose, okay? So for today's writing, got us a sandwich on the screen. All right, so think about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? Write in the chat box, what are the steps? If I want to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now for a early morning snack, how would I go about making this? What's step 1, step 2, step 3? I'll open up the chat so you can all see what we're going to kind of collectively work through the steps together. If I wanted to make a sandwich, what would I do? This is one of my favorite snacks, or lunches too. Making me hungry. All right, you're saying get the bread, the jelly, and the peanut butter. All right, once I have it out, what do I do? Next. I have the ingredients, the bread, the jelly, and the peanut butter, what do I do next? Before I eat it, what do? I've got all the supplies out on the counter. What do I have to do? You have to make it. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to have to take my bread, put the bread on there, or the peanut butter, put the jelly, put the pieces together. Very good. Put it on the bread. Using a butter knife. I like that, Angel. Very specific. Spread it on there. Put the sandwich together. Then, that's right, Bobby, then you can eat it. Okay, step one is the bread, the jelly, and the peanut butter. Got to get the ingredients out. Step two, you're going to make the sandwich. You're going to put the ingredients on there, put this bread together, and then lastly, you're going to eat it. Put it on a plate. Very good. Another great detail. Put it on a plate. Take it to where you're going to eat it, and then you're going to eat the sandwich. That's the last step. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what in the world does this have to do anything with writing? Okay, so here it is. Just like a peanut butter jelly sandwich, writing takes steps. Okay, I'm not ready to publish until I work through the steps of the writing process. And these are, of course, the 5 steps that you have heard about for years and years and years and years and years. Okay, so of course, step 1 is pre-write. Step 2 is you're going to form a rough draft. Okay, very rough draft, just getting your thoughts onto the paper. Okay, steps 3 and 4 we usually do together. Revising, a lot of people don't do much of revising, but it's when you go back and you change the sentence. Okay, you make it better, or you change the wording because you're like, I don't like the way that sounds. So you organize your thoughts in a different way. Okay, but we do always edit, making sure that we don't have any grammar or punctuation or spelling issues. And then we know that's the last step before we publish our writing. Okay, so Miss Hamby found us a really cool brain pop that goes over the writing process. You may have seen this before, but we're going to watch it together just in case you have not. Okay, let's see if it lets it play without me logging in. No, hold on. I found that BrainPop doesn't like to work for me unless I go through the Launchpad, just like you guys. It doesn't work for me. Even if I type in my username and password that I always use, still says no. So I'm just going to go to BrainPop. And I'm going to type, see, there's my email, but if I try to type it in, it tells me it's not right. Writing, and then see, there's writing process. I'm going to click there. And this week, when you are starting your writing, if you need to go back and watch this, I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to go back and watch the 5 steps and make sure that you do all 5 steps before you publish to me. All right, here we go. Y'all let me know in the chat if you cannot hear it.
I don't know what to write about. Write about you? Dear Tim and Moby, I need to write an essay for English. The opening paragraph is due tomorrow. It can be about anything, but I don't know where to start. Help. From Angel. I'm in the same boat, but Moby just gave me an idea. When you can write about anything, it's good to pick a topic that you're familiar with. Okay, now that I've got my topic, the pre-writing begins. This is when you collect your ideas and make some notes. Let's see what kinds of things come to mind when I think about life with Moby. I'll start at the beginning, like when we first met. Well, hello, little robot. What's your name? Moby, huh? Well, how'd you get here? Where did this big giant smoking crater come from? Who built you? Whoa. Don't really remember how we met. I guess we've just known each other forever. Moby and I have lots of fun together, like when we go camping. Hanging out with Moby can also be exhausting. We have lots of adventures, even traveling back in time. Moby's messy. He can't cook anything without destroying the kitchen. Well, let's see what I've got so far. Adventures, fun, known him forever, exhausting, and messy.
All right, so I'm going to pause here because this is what you guys are going to be doing today. Okay, you're going to be creating a web. Here in the middle, he's got his topic, living with Moby. So he was saying in the beginning of the video that the teacher said you can write whatever you want, and you just had to, he had to turn in his topic sentence. Okay, that's where he would pull this. This would be his topic sentence, what he wants to write about. Now this week, you guys are going to pick a natural disaster. I'm going to show you certain ones. Well, we've done hurricanes, and we did, oh, I had a brain break. What else? Y'all chat. What we did hurricanes and what else?
Hurricanes and blizzards?
We did, we're doing blizzards this week. What did we do last week? Hurricanes and
Volcanoes?
volcanoes. You are so smart. Volcanoes. So we did volcanoes and we did hurricanes. This week we're going to do blizzards and tornadoes, but there's several others. So what we're going to do this, or for today, we're going to focus on pre-writing, okay? Getting our ideas down on the paper. So to do that, we're going to create a graphic organizer, which is the one like on the screen that Moby and Tim did. So I'm going to pause there. Tomorrow, we're going to go to the next step, and we're going to go there with Tim and Moby too. Okay? So let's see if I can exit out of here.
That's a good start. On to the draft.
Okay, so see, on to the drafting. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. We're going to draft tomorrow. So let's go back to my writing slide. So we're going to stay in the yellow today. We're going to do the pre-writing. This is where we choose our topic, which is you're going to choose a natural disaster. Okay, set a purpose. Well, our purpose is going to be you are going to give me information about a natural disaster. Okay, then this bullet right here says collecting facts. We're going to collect our facts, and that's going to be what you work on in your independent time. You're going to go out and find facts that you're going to put in your notebook, in your web. You're going to fill this in with interesting facts about your natural disaster that you guys pick, okay? And this is where we brainstorm and organize. Okay, so we're going to stick with the yellows today. Okay, let's see, we already did that. Okay, so this is my example because we're doing blizzards today, so I put it in there. So what you're going to need to do is get out your writing notebook. And I'm going to switch my camera to my, here we go, to my document camera. And let me find my camera, and that way I can spotlight it and you guys can see it. So blurry. Okay, looks a little bit better. Okay, so find your writing notebook. And then find something to write with. Okay. We have our notes and ideas page. 1, 2, or 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is where you guys wrote your letter. Most of you either took a picture here or you typed it up. All right, go to the next page. I'm going to use as much space as I can. So I'm going to go on the back. And we're just going to set up a simple web brainstorm in our notebooks. So here we see they have 4, we're asking for at least 4 interesting facts. If you want to add to that, you are more than welcome. So what I'm going to do in the middle, just going to draw a big circle. Okay. And this is your topic. This is where you're going to put what natural disaster you're going to do. Okay, you do not have to do blizzards like me. You can choose hurricanes, you can choose tsunamis, floods, blizzards, volcanoes. In a minute, I'm gonna put up a slide that has all of the natural disasters on it, and that way you can kind of choose one. You can do one we already know, or you can come up with your own. You can do one that we haven't done yet together. Okay, so I'm Someone said, can you use a marker? Yes, you may. I would not suggest filling this in with a marker, but you can. All right. So, hold on a second. I'm getting 10 steps ahead of myself here. Okay. Now, the slide says that you need at least 4 interesting facts, right? So I'm going to branch off 4 times and draw myself space to write my 4 interesting facts. Okay. Now, if I wanted to add one, I could just draw a line out here. And I could add it, or if I wanted to, I found another really cool one, I could add it here. And if you guys remember from, I know 3rd grade especially, but I'm sure 4th grade as well, I always encouraged you guys to like kind of number these. So that it flows. When you write, you can take this and turn this into a sentence. Then here, turn it into a sentence. Then here, turn it into a sentence. That way, it's not all over the place. So for example, what I put here in my interesting fact, I may turn that into a sentence and make that either this is going to be my first sentence, my topic sentence, and then I can just go from bubble to bubble, turning these into complete thoughts. Okay. Now I have 6, so I'm just going to label them around 6, but if you only want to do 4, that's fine. Of course, I encourage you to write more if possible. So there it is. So if you only have 4, you're just labeling your 4 boxes, okay? So this is where you need to start thinking about what you want to write about. All right, so I'm going to share a slide with you guys. I found this on BrainPop, okay? It's got several options. Droughts, that's one we have not discussed yet. Avalanches. Wildfires. This is very, very relevant. We have a lot of wildfires on the West Coast right now. So that would be something interesting to look into. Volcanoes, we did those last week. And hurricanes. Tsunamis. Floods. Thunderstorms, which is also can be a natural disaster. Tornadoes. Earthquakes. We looked into those. And then the only one I don't see that we've done so far is a blizzard or a snowstorm, which we know we see snow avalanches, but that's when they're on top of mountains, okay? So right here in your topic box, I want you to pick one. Pick a natural disaster that you are going to write about. And then I'm going to unshare my screen here. I want you to hold up to the camera so I can see which one you are going to be researching today. Earthquakes. Let's see what else. Tsunamis, tornadoes. Hold on one second. Put your topic there in the middle. That way. Why is it still, hold on. Droughts, very good. I'm interested to see that one. Let me fix my big camera up here because I can't see all of your faces. Volcanoes, Dawson's doing volcanoes. I gotta pull it down just a little. Jade's gonna do floods. We actually had some flash flood warnings last week with all that rain. That would be a good one. Awesome job. Okay. Ooh, avalanche. That would be interesting. Volcanoes for Ayana. Good, Michaela. Let me see. Destiny, I see yours. Bobby, I see yours. Shiloh's got his ready. All right, so what you're going to do is Let's look at our schedule. You have 10 minutes until your next brain break, okay? You have a brain break at 9:30. So I want you to spend 10 minutes filling this in. You can just open a new tab here in Google, and you can search right here for volcano interesting facts, or you can type in avalanche interesting facts, or all about hurricanes, okay, in the Google search bar, and it will give you information. You're going to pick some things and write them down in here. Also, you have Brain Pop. If you picked one of these on Brain Pop, you can go watch the video, and as they talk, you can just fill it in here. Okay, so use Brain Pop, which is in your
How do I get to that?
your launch pad. And then, or you can just open up a new tab and search it in Google. And in Brain Pop, all I did was start typing in natural.
Please have it roll.
It says natural disaster. And then it'll pop right up. Okay. So you're going to spend the next 10 minutes working on this. Then take a brain break, go get a snack or something, go to the restroom. And then at 9:40, we're going to come back and we're going to work on social studies. Are there any questions before you guys go start researching? So when you come back to writing tomorrow, this should be filled in. This should be done. Yes, Destiny, you could do a cyclone. So this, you should not have to work on this tomorrow. This should be completely filled in. Then we're going to take this and start our rough draft tomorrow. Are there any questions? Picking your natural disaster. All right, guys, if you are ready to go start researching, you can log off, and I'll see you at 9:40. 9:40. Oopsie.